Nice to meet you, Neale.
It's wonderful to meet you.
I'm very happy to do this interview with you because I don't do many interviews. Actually, you are the first interview I'm doing, and that's in English, so I'm very happy and grateful for that.
Well, thank you. It's lovely to be here with you.
And how do you feel being in Paris?
It's wonderful. I love Paris. Everyone loves Paris. You know that. And so it's wonderful to be back. I've been here before, and it's wonderful to be back. It's like coming home.
That's a good feeling home everywhere. So I prepare like different questions. Maybe some of them people love asking you, and some maybe slightly different. So first of all, I have a very specific question about how do you deal with kind of being criticized? Because as I know, when we do a lot of events and we share a lot of different messages, some people are not agree with what we say. So how do you deal with that?
It's very okay with me, very okay, that people disagree with me. I really want people to think very hard about what I have to say. I don't want people to agree with me if they don't agree with me. I only want them to think about these topics because I don't observe that enough people think enough about the major questions of life.
Yeah.
So the purpose of my work in the world now is not to convince anyone of anything, but to invite people to really consider deeply the major questions of life. Who are we? Why are we here? What is the purpose of life? Is there a God? If there is a God, what does God want? Those kinds of questions. And what is our true relationship with each other? And finally, how can we help our world be a better place? Because right now, it's not such a pleasant place.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Paris, of course.
Unless you're in Paris. But that's funny because everything you're saying is in relation to my next question. You use the word God quite often. And as we know, people have a specific way of looking at this word, God. So how can we help people to change the way they look at this world, which is very close? It's not open for them. It is maybe someone in the sky, like someone with a physical body. I believe some people still have this way of thinking, and they don't see maybe it can be something different, something they can connect with. So how can we help people to look at this world, God, in a different way?
By simply inviting them to. By bringing them an opportunity to consider some alternate ideas about God, and then to see if they may have their own new thoughts about God. That's the point of my books, Conversations with God. It's to bring people an opportunity to consider maybe there's something we don't fully understand about God. The understanding of which would change everything. So how do we get people to do that? By just inviting them to, by encouraging them to consider the possibility that there may still be something to learn here, that we don't really have all the information, all the knowledge, and that we need to continue the search and continue the inquiry, and not close our mind because someone taught us something when we were children or when we were a younger person, and we just assume that that's all there is to know. So I think it's to continue the inquiry, and that's what I'm doing in my life, is inviting people to keep asking the big questions.
The big question, yeah. What we can feel, because I believe we feel good with ourselves when we focus more on this kind of inner connection we can have to something which is bigger than us. But I'm very fascinated by the fact you use this word, and other people may use the word source or universe. They use different words. But why did you choose this one specifically?
Because I think that word needs to be rehabilitated. I think we need to change people's mind about God, but you can't change people's mind about God if you won't call it by that name.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You can't change people's mind about source, change people's mind about the energy. If you want to change people's mind about God, you have to call it what it is that you're trying to change. So my mission, self-appointed, is to change the world's mind, not about schmizits, not about wakasapa, not about source, not about energy. My mission is to change the world's mind about God. So I use the term God because that's the word that we need to reconsider.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I have now different question, more general question, because I'm sure you inspired a lot of people to write a book. So how do you find the inspiration? Like, do you have some messages coming to you, or just like you write? But by the way, first question, do you write with your hands and a piece of paper, or with a screen?
Now I write with a computer.
Okay.
I started by hand,
Okay.
but now I write with a computer because I can type very fast.
Okay.
I'm a very good typist. I can type 65 words a minute.
Okay.
And so I can type almost as fast as I think. But when I was writing by hand, it would take me so long.
And you're missing some part, maybe.
Yes, I would forget. So I type now on a computer the thoughts I have. And how I decide to write a book is if I feel the urge, if I feel there's something that wants to be said, something that needs to be shared, I then allow myself to bring it through. It's as if someone was whispering in my ear, and I can feel that. And so I write it down as fast as I can.
And this feeling, you have this feeling in a specific environment, or it can happen everywhere? In a city, in this place, or you have to be in nature?
No, I don't have to be anywhere in particular.
Just here?
I might get an idea sitting on a train, being on an airplane, or being in the shower stall, or being anywhere at all.
So if you take a shower, you stop the shower and you write?
Well, I get to the computer as fast as I can before I forget the idea. But like a songwriter or a novelist or someone who writes screenplays, when you get an inspiration, you try to get to, even if I can't get to a computer, I'll pick up a pen and write down at least the idea, the thought. And then I pick up on that and do a more expansive version of it on the computer. But I don't have to be any place in particular.
This is good. So you do not depend on a specific situation?
No. No.
Okay.
I just stay open. It's important to stay open.
Okay. I have a different question. What do you think about the practice of yoga and meditation? Do you think that's a need or something which can help? What do you think about it? The practice of yoga and meditation.
I think everyone's experience is individual. So I can't answer for anybody else.
Okay, I love this. Okay. So a different question. What's your idea of success? Alors si ce court extrait de l'interview que j'ai faite avec Neale t'a plu, clique sur le lien dans la description pour accéder à mon site internet, là où tu trouveras l'interview dans son intégralité. Donc clique sur le lien dans la description et on se retrouve directement de l'autre côté.